Hey YouTube, this is Pamela, and I have a journal here. This is a homemade book, my first, and I didn't do a very good job, but as you can see there's a lot of binding in of signatures, and it was sort of a test run. And then I have this silly thing on the back. But let's get to the main event here. This is my graffiti phase, and I signed it Pamela Rice, and this is circa 1984 through 1986, if I'm not mistaken. And so let me do a quick flip here. What it is these photographs were all taken, obviously, mid-'80s. This was before digital photography, so this is all film photography. And I went around and want to tell you my story of why I did this. So let me just take this little text spot out of here, this little tag, and I'll read along if you can't really see it. The photos in this album were taken in the mid-1980s when Pamela Rice, was in my 30s. They were taken with a film, not a digital camera. I just said that. Okay, so back about a year ago, I put together this journal, and I wrote, when my father spoke. My father is now 90 years old. But back then he was young and vibrant and a very observant individual, eccentric a little bit. But what I should say is, when my father spoke, I'm writing along here, I listened. And one day in the mid-1980s, one of his comments really stuck. He said he admired some of the graffiti that he'd been seeing around town, and this is in Chicago. I lived there. He and I and our family lived there, my mother, and the colors, the brush strokes, the letter shapes. Soon after, I was photographing specimens. Soon, I was admiring these things too. Plus, the audacity they represented. Okay? Couldn't quite read my own handwriting there. This one, right at the very beginning, is totally one of my favorites. So it looks to be the word crew, C-R-E-W, and some of the lettering just drives me crazy. I'm so knocked out. Like, where did that kind of shape of an E come from? That E was, I think, what really I really get a kick out of. So let me read along here. You can possibly help me read. Who is that person who drew this word? Okay, let me veer over. We're talking about this, okay? Graffiti such as this is often nothing more than a territorial statement. It's young guys making their mark. When I look at a mark such as this, however, I have to think more. It's more. We've got color, texture, imaginative letter shapes, playfulness, boldness, courage, spirit, audacity. Look at each letter. So original, so fearless, testing the outer reaches of creativity. I look at these, that T, the N, the E, every single letter here just knocks my socks off. What can I tell you? Reading along, AIM, it says. It says, and it stands, as I understand, Artists in Motion. And all of this graffiti was near the subway, or the L tracks, they say, in Chicago. Are these graffiti artists out there to deface property, I write? Most people dismiss their work at the start because they think this. Give it a chance, though, especially those in this collection. Okay, next, let's go. All right, here we go. All of the graffiti specimens in this book were shot in Chicago in the mid-1980s. I believe there was a graffiti renaissance going on in Chicago at that time, and I believe I captured it. Definition: graffiti, a word mark specimen, is a tag. Call them tags. So I say that I love that E in the word rise, you see here. This one, not brilliant. We have defaces of defacers here, mostly. That WR looks to be a defacement of defacers. Okay, going on. Okay, just a quick perusal of the pages, the spread. These photos are originals. They are, as I write this, almost 30 years old. Who came up? Today is, by the way, June 24, 2015. I was in my 30s. Who came up with those E's? Should I say E's? The dot in the middle kills me. Okay, so you can read my writing here if you stop the camera. So the graffiti artists who made these tags are all now 30 years older. Okay, if they're still among us. A toy is a tot, a kid, not there yet. Okay, I believe I got that right. Okay, I don't really know. You know, I was just looking in from the outside. I didn't know much then, and I don't know much now about the inner world of the graffiti artists. I do know this, that if you write toy over someone else's graffiti, you're declaring that their worth is not making the grade. So look at these crazy letters. I mean, love the quote marks and the backhand. Okay, I write. Okay, next, here we go. I write, the person who made this mark, this tag, is not a delinquent. He's an artist. Even a good guy, you could say. A huge talent. Shut out, perhaps, relegated to the burned out streets. And Chicago was really, you know, there were parts of Chicago that were really like a slum. Here we go. This looks to me like Easy Epoch 1 NBC. I think I get that. And I admire these tags. I do. I write, the people behind them would rather not be obedient. Why be obedient? The world has shut them out. Okay? That's what I write. Okay, next page. I'm kind of in a hurry. This does not belong there. Haha. Okay, let's go. These tags were created by artists. These bits of typography are far from simply being tools of defacement, although they are that. Should I say it? They're beautiful and inspiring. Sweet little beams of light in the darkness. Okay, and what I say about this one, I say overlap, backhand, dots, not dashes, BAM, black on red. The word is a sound, a loud one. Okay, let's keep going here. Okay, let not another page go by before I go on to the crux issue at hand, the official defacement of our public space by commercial interests. And am I the only one who considers outdoor display advertising to be the worst examples of public defacement? I actually think some people think advertising is cool. Yick. That's what I write. Okay, this tag, remember, was not found in NYC, but in Chicago. Just want everybody to know that, NYC. Okay, next page. All right, this tag is illegible. Some tags spell out a word, a real word. This one is an artist's squiggle, it seems. You can't not love it. That's just way out, whacked out. And here, you can't really see it. It's very hard to read. But speckled paper, by the way, in this book, yellow and blue, was drawn from a pack I had on hand from over 20 years ago. It's an early example of speckled, recycled stock. Anyway, I just wanted to write about the actual paper I put in here. This, Trane, may be valuable. Train is famous, as I understand. He may be the leader, the first to put forth the style we still see today. I get it. The T, the R, the A, the N, the E, the dot, all of these things just knock my socks off. So let's keep going here. This one I don't really say much about. It looks like the word discuss, D-I-S-C-U-S, but I can't be sure. This one, it looks like N-C-A, Z-I, I don't know, Z-Y, I don't know, E-N, and then this down here, I think the word save. So I don't know, I mean, these are all tags. I mean, were they art or were they defacement? Here we go, the word snap, I believe again. Snap. I think this word, when written over another person's tag, designates something can't be good. Also, up above, Lady Ace. Now, who is Lady Ace? Do we have a female graffiti artist? That would be interesting. Lady Ace, enjoy that C. I love the C, I love the E, it drives me crazy. Love it. Okay, so resist. Take down the forces of control, I write. Let me just pan over here. Incorporate the spirit of the tagger. Defy the establishment. Don't just take it. Take control. Take down the forces of control. Today we have basically a fascist state in America. That is my opinion. Here's some more awesome stuff. It looks like the word running mad. Can't be sure. Can't be sure on that. Here was on a bus shelter, so it was sort of translucent, so you see stuff perhaps backwards. This one, I really can't make anything out from it. Oops, sorry about that. This looks like D-E-S-T, can't be sure, M-O-S-A, MOSA, maybe that's a acronym. You know, I really don't know. Okay, the gem on this spread page. Let's just see these things here. This word, C, C-T-A, that just drives me crazy. Look at the E's, the C-T-A. I love that lettering. This is just very fascinating, very interesting. I write, this gem on this page, besides the signature squiggle, is the CCTA. These E's have me floored, I say. And the people who wrote them never thought anyone was looking. I was looking. I was looking. Someone was looking, people. This is I can't make this out. Epoch. I love how the E seems to be looped like a chain into the O. E-P-O-C, and then we have these dots and the lines. I think it's just very artistic. This, I don't know if it's Speedy or CD. Can't tell. Can't tell. Okay, here we go. This was, again, bus shelter, so things might be backwards. Okay, let's just read. I got a lot I wrote. The tags are precious little morsels you need to take care to find. Don't dismiss them. Take them in. Observe. Enjoy. Seek. Spirit. I'm in a quandary. Am I just a victim of the glorification, of this glorification? I've constructed on behalf of the graffiti artist. Is he, she a revolutionary ready to betray the current paradigm when the tide finally turns? Or is the graffiti artist just caught up in a trivial pursuit of territorial wars? Seek spirit in a world made of Ziploc bags. I don't know why I wrote that. Squiggles, A-I-M, I write. I think this is, again, Artist in Motion. Tags on translucent surface, shelter at a bus stop, circa 1985. This one I love. It looks like the word raid, A-R-A-D-E. This tag was painted with acrylics with a brush. This is what amazed my father, that someone would go at this. If you look at the brush strokes, this was someone who came in with a brush and used, permanent, looks like metallic ink, or metallic paint. So here's some more stuff. Okay, who sees just one? Just one? Is it like short for just one? J-U-S? Is that a J? Can't really tell. More Lady Ace. There's my original Lady Ace that I photographed. Mesa, M-E-C-A, M-B-C. These are tags. Are they tags of territory, or are these people artists? That was what I always wondered. Okay, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. This was in the subway in Chicago. The word revenge. I love the lettering, and it dripped. Drips, dots, fun, playful. Okay. F-U-C-K. I love that U. The U is awesome. The weird F, the dots, they didn't have to do it that way. They didn't have to do it that way, but they did. Here again, Epoch, NBC, and then we have it's like a chain. Okay, discuss. Okay, F-U-C-K, people. This was my little art journal, my photo journal. I'm almost done. Okay, we're getting there. Pages in this book are the folders, and I rescued from the trash, cut to size, made into signatures, sewn into a cover, made from an old cereal box. Just so you know, people. It all started when I rescued about 100 never-been-used, legal-sized hanging file folders from the trash. The cover pattern paper is an old bag from the dollar store. The photos have been hanging around for nearly 30 years in a stack. So this is one of my favorites. Easy, Epoch 1, NBC. Revenge, all right? I have some repeats there. Here's my Epoch. I love it. Okay, what possessed me to make this journal? YouTube has hundreds of how-to videos. I'm into journaling, smash booking, junk journaling, scrapbooking. My favorite is Jenny Belly. You should look her up on YouTube. She's a very extraordinary character. She is an extraordinary artist, the very most creative. She has the perfect attitude for it all. She is She is guiding me right now. I'm bundling up all my past lives in homemade books. I wanted to bind up a homemade book. I wanted to bind up a homemade book. These old photographs became the content. This is 100% homemade booklet for materials rescued from the trash. I wanted you to know that. This one just knocks my socks off, people. This was on the concrete. I don't know where, somewhere in Chicago, mid-1980s. And it looks to be the word poem, P-O-E-M, with that awesome E that is the signature of that era. Okay, I'm going to read so many. I can't really read, so I'll just focus on this. So many of these tags seem to look alike. Is it that all look to a master and follow his style? Here we have overlap, fat tops on short verticals. That E, that's the same. Poem, again, playful, fun, even feminine. If these youth be male, they be artists, sensitive, lyrical. So, I appreciated it at the time. I still appreciate it. So let me read some more. Okay, we have this one. Where does my free time go? To scrapbooking, art journaling, junk journaling, bookbinding, crafting, smash booking. Look up Jenny Belly on YouTube. I mentioned that before. Acquiesce, you're dead. If you defy, you are alive. I see the graffiti artists as people defying the world order. Okay, when I was young, there was a rebellious spirit everywhere. Today we are in a society controlled by fascist Nazis, central bankers, murderers, false flaggers. There is precious little creativity anywhere anymore. We live in a police state, people. We live in a Nazi police state. The New World Order is here. Again, AIM, Artists in Motion. Okay. I'm getting political here. Okay. I'm going to read this. Let me get the glare off. Anyway, you can watch this. Oops. All right. Defy the fascist corporatocracy. Throw off the chains of the military, industrial, congressional, intelligence complex. The rogue state is us. Dump the U.S. dollar. Kill the killing machine. Kill the drones. Kill the bankers. Kill the Council on Economic Advisors. Kill CNN, ABC, NBC, CBS, CNBC, Fox, MSM, die. Yep, we are being controlled by a terrible media that has hypnotized us and taken our freedom away and our spirit and our economy, and has destroyed our economy through the Federal Reserve. Okay. Let me just remind people, none of the photos in this book are digital. They were all shot with a film camera before digital cameras even existed. And again, AIM, Artists in Motion. So it looks like Uprise, and I like that. Kind of political. Okay. Artists in Motion. Tag, Uprise. A healthy spirit of resistance. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, that's about it. Looks like I got a phone call coming in. Again, Epoch. Maybe I should get this phone. Somebody's trying to call me. Epoch. That's about it, people. Just want to say I have a whole stack here, not included in the book. All of these I took in Chicago, mid-1980s. Okay, people? All right, let me see. So there's just a lot of stuff here. A lot of stuff. Okay. Maybe I'll do another video with these. These were, all great. All of this stuff was great, but didn't make the cut. Okay, thank you, YouTube. Cut it short there.